see, we bring you to the Verizon Center, the home of the Wizards. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful, the loss to Miami. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss.
Well, loss or no loss, that was a fantastic game, Clark. They can be proud of the way they battled at least.
I suppose, but Steve, it still was a really heartbreaking loss. I mean, you hate to lose in overtime. No matter how hard you played, it still leaves you very empty and disappointed when you come up short.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Ratliff is out there with Alec Burks, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Now here's Wall. 14 points from...
Hammer time!
Wow.
Hammer time!
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one. Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Johnson outside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kev. I caught up with Washington's head coach. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thanks, Doris.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Wall attacking. He got right to the cup using that screen. Wall's got 6.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Ratliff kicks to Millsap. From downtown, that one goes. Count it.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
For Washington, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. It's Wall with the drive. Comes up empty down low.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Ratliff. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
That one goes. Count it. And it's 8 points for Wall.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Ratliff up top, covered by Wall. No good from Ratliff.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Wall's shot is off. Ratliff against Beal. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Charlotte.
Was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case. Now we're really seeing them pound that ball inside.
Total offensive dominance in the lane. That's 6 consecutive points coming in the paint.
Now here's Ratliff. 38 points for him last game against Miami. Fader on the way. The shot misses. Wall with some nice defense. Pass to Rogers. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. And then for Atlanta. Payne, he's Covington. And it's Teagan for Alec Burks. The Hawks trailing. Teague, the pass to Payne. Dishes to Ratliff. Fires for 3. Good. Radliff's got a couple of threes now in the first for Atlanta.
Those are starting to add up of their last 5 baskets. 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Over the last month, we'll take a look at where the Hawks rank in the NBA stats. First in field goal percentage, first in fewest turnovers per game, and they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, that number could easily go up to double digits before this game is over.
The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Payne's got his first 2 points of the night. Washington trailing. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. Booker dishes to Dudley. Farmar kicks to Robinson. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And there's the foul. They're incredible. The Hawks trail by 8. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Then there's Rogers. Then it's Johnson. And it's Eustace in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And that one's good. Millsap.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Heat got the job done. He ended up with 38 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He carried his team the whole game and was responsible for most of the offense in that contest, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
And that one's good. Now just a 3-point Wizards lead.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Here's Eustace. Wizards passing it around, and that is good. 12 points for John Wall.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
There's a good screen. Here's Ratliff. Right through the D for the layup.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Ratliff against Wall. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Rogers. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Well, they were extremely aggressive defensively early on in that last game, and it kind of backfired on them. Their starters wound up in foul trouble, and I thought that led to the loss.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And don't forget about their three-point shooting, too, because that could be a major factor here tonight.
Nene, he's checked in for Washington. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Wesley Johnson. And to go back to Steve's point about foul trouble in that game, Clark, they had to give minutes to some players that ordinarily wouldn't be getting that many minutes.
Exactly, and that really stymied any hopes they had of coming back once they found themselves way behind in that second half, Kevin.
For Washington, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. And Wall. Here we go now. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Wizards have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. .152 left here in the second. They double him with Wall. Pass to Horford from the baseline. And again, it's Atlanta.
Great job there, recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
They got to put a bigger guy on him. Otherwise, he'll bury those jumpers all game.
Now here's Wall. 12 points for him. Here's the teardrop. And the shot is good. Wall's got 14. Atlanta's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Millsap a screen on Wall. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. Take a look at Mr. Incredible, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field for him.
And those shots aren't all coming from 10 feet and in. I mean, he's taking legitimate shots. I mean, it might seem like it because of his percentage that he's in close, but he's putting up those numbers from outside.
Gortat with the screen for Beal. Gortat the pass to Beal. Here is Robinson, averaging 6 points per contest, 4 on the shot clock. And Horford pulls it down.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there, not yet anyway. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Nene dishes to Robinson. It's Beal on the wing. He feeds it to Nene. Gets it to fall from the right block. Nene's got 7 points.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Robinson against Ratliff. Stolen by Ratliff. Jumps up. Flushes it down to finish the break. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
Steve, so close.
Well, such